Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. I'm just sitting here putting my horns in and wanted to chat with you guys a little bit and show you how we go about doing this too. Now when I built these, I put some 1/2-inch balsa all the way down and then I sheeted over the top. I just took my vibrating saw and I cut straight down. I measured up 1.25 inches off of both these back sides so I get them in the same spot, you know. And put tape around the holes. But had someone asking me if he can pull a mold off a foam jet. He was wondering if he could just dip it in plaster and make a plug. No, man, what you can do, I wouldn't dip it in plaster. It's basically do the same thing I did with all these foam. All this, that B-1 bomber started out as foam. You know, I would just take, I would use lighter cloth. But you want to get it thick enough to where you can't dent it, you know, with your finger. You can go with a 6-ounce cloth and just put several layers, okay? And just glass it, just keep going, you know. Mount that thing on a stick. You know, somehow where you can rotisserie it and pull a mold. I mean, make yourself a plug. Now, I'll tell you something else. Around your hatches and stuff, you're going to have to trim them. You know, because when you build that glass up, you got to already have your part ready for it. I'll show you in a minute. Just take my spreader, put that tape all the way around there so I can really mash that epoxy. Fill that whole cavity. Not half of it. Fill that whole thing really good. I got my part sanded, okay? Got them roughed up. Now I'm going to put some epoxy. I'm going to fill them holes up. I want to mount these horns quite a ways out because 2 reasons. They ain't going to move very far. And it'll give the servo more torque than these big old flaps, you know. That dude right where we want it. Bam, and then peel our tape off while the epoxy, before the epoxy sets. And that way you don't slob epoxy all over your wood, you know. That's right where we want it. But I'll show you here in a minute. I got the hatch to my T45 foamy right over there. Man, I tell you what, I kind of underestimated this kit a little bit. There's a lot of building here, man. You can tell I'm still on it. Now you guys are getting anxious for the bomber, but come on. This is the main project here is to teach you guys how to build a jet. You know? Lots of building goes on. Don't be so one-dimensional. Okay. Bush is jamming. He's got the spars cut. And they're almost ready to mold. Bam. See, now we'll have nice leverage on our servo. And these ain't going to move very far, people. These ain't going to open, but got yay much. So we'll put a real short horn on the servo, and that's way out here. so that servo will have tons of torque and it won't move very far. Anytime you put these horns in, you try and set it up to where you get the full range of your servo. Because if you take your servo laying here, and you're only using a little bit of the travel, you know, you're not getting all of the torque out of that servo it says it's got on that box. You have to get some range, okay? So if you got to shorten that horn on your servo to get more of a range, instead of, you know, a big old long horn and your servo's just moving that far, you know, up and down, you're not getting near the torque out of the servo it says on the box. You got to shorten them arms up as much as you possibly can, where you're getting the full torque. Okay, now on back to them foamies. Okay, now I'll probably, you know, if I was going to glass this and build it up, I would have to come in here and trim these edges a little bit. You know, so when I build my fiberglass on top of this, it'll account for that. So you don't have to go much, man. 1/16 of an inch, you know, and that way everything fits. You know, when you after you put your glass on it, because once you get your plug done, you still want all your parts to fit on it. So you just got to account for that. You know, your hatches, you're just going to have to trim them before you start glassing them. Just sand a 1/16 off of all your edges and pile that glass on that thing. Take your take some 6-ounce cloth and put 6 layers on it. You know, I know that sounds like a lot, but you got to get it to where you can't poke through it with an X-Acto knife. You can't squeeze it and it's be gushy. That thing's got to be hard, man. You know, it's just got to be hard, and then you can pull a nice mold off of it. And let me know if you need any more pointers along the way, and I'll help you out what I can. That's my best advice right there. I wouldn't dip it in plaster or nothing trying to make it hard. I would use fiberglass. You can get on that internet. West Systems makes some good resin. They got a wide variation, you know, if you're just using small amounts. You know, I'm not sure if Associated Industries will sell a gallon. You might check. It's on our blog roll on our website, Associated Industries. It's where I get all my resin and stuff, and we got a link to their website on our website. And if you have any more questions, give me a holler. All you guys, you got any questions? Don't feel free. You know, I'm gonna start busting out some more movies. I'm gonna get this thing painted, people, in the next couple of days. And you guys want to watch me weather it? You want to see it painted and see some action videos, and not just pointing and show you what I've done. You want to see some action videos of the painting? You want to watch me weather it? I'm thinking about putting a big time weathering job on it. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Or you just want me to not make no videos until I get back on the bomber, you know? I think people are getting upset with me, but you know, this is about the brotherhood of mankind, showing someone else his skills and teaching this modeling skill to other people. It's not just about a B-1 bomber. It's about modeling itself. You know, all aspects of it, from kit to scratch building to foamies. Anything that flies, man. This is just, it's turned into a reality show on my life, you know, and this is what I do. You know, this is what I do. And I'll share it all with you. I'll teach you guys everything I know. Uh-oh, what's beeping? I must be out of time. Yep. So tune in, people. Let me know if you want to watch me weather it.